6 months. I know that there are many things that we need to talk about. One was the issue of illegal mining. It's a very complex fight, and I'm sure that the Minister of Lands advised you about it. It is not an easy one. Just this morning, I had to summon all the stakeholders in the anti-galamsey fight to my office in order that we can streamline their activities, because everybody is running helter-skelter and doing whatever they want. It has led to the rise of illegal task forces that are taking advantage of the situation. And so we held a very good meeting, and we're streamlining things. On the issue of governance, we've had the difficulty issue with regards to the suspension of the Chief Justice. And of course, the Council of State was involved in a part of that process. And so we've done our part. The rest is left with the committee that was set up to come out with whatever its findings are. And based on that, whatever the consequential issues are will be dealt with. On the international scene, we've been meeting our obligations. I went to the AU. We have the media AU this weekend. So I'll be going to Malabo for it. Ghana is a champion on reparations. And so I'll be presenting a report on the advocacy for reparations. In September, we'll go to the UN General Assembly. We had left a free-for-all in the gold trading industry, and this country was hardly benefiting. I mean, in times past, we received only 50% of what we should get from our gold exports. Today, happily, the returns on gold exports has more than doubled, and that is responsible for part of the stability we're seeing in the currency. The establishment of the Gold Board was one of the important instruments in the reset agenda, and we made it illegal for any person unauthorized to buy gold and take it out of this country. And so the quantities have increased. Happily, the international price is good, and so we're seeing better forex inflows into our central bank, and it's also leading to an increase in our reserves. We currently have about 6 months of import cover, one of the highest in the last.
That was President John Dramani Mahama speaking, more or less like giving a recap of what his first 6 months in office has been, with a focus on governance, infrastructure initiatives aimed at revamping the economy. And well, if you listen to the latter part of that conversation, he says that, well, road contractors would be paid this month to continue infrastructure development or continue the road construction of certain parts of the country, as some parts of the country are set to hit the streets this Saturday in protest over some uncompleted roads constructed by this government. We'll keep our tabs on this particular conversation and bring you updates. Now let's stay in governance, as Ghana's Finance Minister, Dr. Kasil Atto-Forsyth, has announced a major boost for the country's economic recovery program following the International Monetary Fund's approval of Ghana's fourth-year review under the Extended Credit Facility. According to the minister, the IMF Executive Board's decision clears the way for the disbursement of a $370 million tranche, bringing renewed momentum to government's ongoing reforms. Now, in a statement shared shortly after the announcement, Dr. Atto-Forsyth hailed the approval as a strong endorsement of the government's economic management and the reform efforts. Now, he put out a statement on his X page. Let's walk you through the details of the statement. He says the IMF Executive Board has just approved Ghana's fourth review under the ECF, the Extended Credit Facility Program, declaring the path for a substantial $370 million disbursements. This landmark approval validates Ghana's unwavering commitment to fiscal discipline and strategic economic transformation. Our comprehensive macroeconomic policies are carefully crafted. Structural reforms and delivered reforms are delivering real results that's the international community recognizes and supports. Today marks another decisive step forward in Ghana's economic recovery journey, demonstrating that our reform agenda is not just working, it's exceeding expectations and rebuilding confidence in our nation's financial future. Right, these are news coming in from the Office of the Finance Minister. But now let's turn our focus to Parliament, as parliamentary proceedings were yesterday suspended following the sudden death of Ernest Yao Kumi, the Member of Parliament for the Akwaboah constituency. The adjournment came after a formal appeal by the Minority Leader, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, who informed the House of the tragic development during the day's session. Now, according to the Minority Leader, Kumi's passing came as a complete shock, as there have been no prior reports of illness. Now, let's take a listen to Afenyo-Markin on the floor of Parliament as he made these remarks.
Well, like we say, God knows best. Speaker, I just checked the background of this young man, born 1984, pursued his first degree, and per his public records, he's pursued 3 second degrees, an MBA in corporate governance, an LLB in law, MSc in defense and international politics, served previously as a security manager, proud to join in this chamber. Mr. Speaker, a lot can be said. For now, I would want to leave it here by way of the credentials he brought to this House. The Speaker, his records in this House, both at the plenary and committee levels, are quite profound and are known to all. Above all, this brother had all that anybody would want to have in a brother. He lived the prayer of this House, quote, a country of righteousness where none shall wrong his neighbor, unquote. No one can ever say that in his few months in this chamber, he was controversial.
Right, since the passing of Ernest Yao Kumi, the Member of Parliament for Akwaboah, the 40-year-old gentleman, well, tributes have been coming in from both party supporters and also, members, people in his party. I mean, members of the minority caucus. Let's run you through some of the comments or tributes that have come through in commemoration of his passing. And this is coming in from Kwame Bonsu, the Member of Parliament for Ofuasia constituency. So full of life, always with a smile no matter the pressure you were under. A young man with so much promise, a family's backbone, all gone in a breath. Help us to number our days, Lord. Rest well, bruv. These are words coming in from Kwame Bonsu, and this is coming in from the former flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party and the former vice president of the country. I have received with sadness the passing of Honorable Ernest Yao Kumi, Member of Parliament for Akwaboah constituency. Ernest was a loyal patriot. My condolences to the immediate family. May his soul rest in peace. There's also coming in from Kennedy Ohene Japong. I've received with deep sorrow the news of the passing of Honorable Ernest Yao Kumi, Member of Parliament for Akwaboah. Honorable Ernest Yao Kumi, was more than just a colleague. He was a brother, a loyal patriot, and a dedicated servant of the New Patriotic Party and the people of Akwaboah. His calm spirit, sharp intellect, and unshakable commitment to duty made him a standout leader among the younger generation of our party. Although he sat on the minority side of the House, the Honorable Ernest Yao Kumi never lost sight of the bigger picture. a better Ghana. His passion for service, his humility, and his deep respect for others earned him admiration across the aisle. I extend my deepest condolence to the family, his constituents in Akwaboah, and the NPP fraternity. This is a painful loss, especially at a time when our party needs every good man and woman to rise in unity. May the good Lord receive his soul and grant him eternal rest. Hashtag rest in peace. Coming in from Kennedy Ohene, Japan, there's that coming in from Patrick Yabuama, deeply saddened by the shocking demise of a colleague, Honorable Ernest Kumi, Member of Parliament for Akwaboah. My heartfelt condolence to the family, his immediate family, friends, and the New Patriotic Party. May his memory forever shine in our hearts. There's also that coming in from Dr. Brian Champong. I am deeply shocked and saddened by the news of the passing of Honorable Ernest Kumi, Member of Parliament for Akwaboah and a dedicated member of the New Patriotic Party. Ernest was not only a colleague, but a tireless public servant whose commitment to the people of Akwaboah was unwavering. I fondly recall us meeting together last year around this time in the Akwaboah constituency to rally together as a party. We shared moments of joy and laughter. His sudden demise is a painful loss to Parliament, to his constituents, to the NPP fraternity, and to all who had the privilege of knowing him. May his soul rest in peace, and may the good Lord grant strength and comfort to his family, loved ones, and all who mourn this tragic loss. Hashtag rest in peace, Ernest Yao Kumi. Well, those were words coming in, tribute to the Member of Parliament who died yesterday. But now let's bring you some memories, his fondest memories in Parliament.
Protocol conundrum that we politicians keep giving to people is also increasingly becoming a challenge to us in this country. And to quote the Honorable Dr. Kumbo, who had said previously in other public domains, until you are injected by an incompetent doctor or nurse for you to die, that is when you will know that we need to begin to advocate for fairness and equal opportunity and access for people. Mr. Speaker, just this morning, I was asked by a journalist within this precinct of Parliament that he wants to know that are we waiting, or for how long will we wait until when a president wins an election in this country and the opponent goes to court just to challenge that person unfairly and to just deny that person that right that is due him. Mr. Speaker, in order not to sound prejudicial, I refuse to comment on the matter. But I want all of us to take note. Order. Honourable members, order. Mr. Speaker, I want all of us to take note that this discussion that we are having here should not be one that we are just having it today and let it slide. It should bring to fore meaningful thoughts and discussion, where citizens, policymakers, and CSOs will all come together to advance social justice in this country. And especially to me, as the MP for Akwaboah, thank you.
The MP for Akwaboah there, and on your screens currently is his seat that was draped in red yesterday after news hit Parliament of his passing. That you just heard was his, more or less like his last submission on the floor of Parliament last week. Interesting seeing the kind of conversation he had about, health, and the situation in which he died is quite ironic. But our thoughts and prayers are with the immediate family and the members in the Akwaboah constituency. He's going to be an individual that will be missed dearly in Parliament. But we'll keep our tabs on this conversation and bring you updates as to the next line of action from the party, from the minority, especially in replacing, sadly, Honorable Ernest Yao Kumi on the floor of Parliament. From us here at MX24, our thoughts and prayers are always with the immediate family, and may the soul of the Lord's faithful departed rest in peace. Amen. Well, now let's turn our focus to the courts, where the High Court has ordered self-styled evangelist and founder of Heaven Way Champions International Ministry, Patricia Isiama, widely known as Nana Agradaa, to open her defense in a case where she is accused of sharing nude images of Prophet Emmanuel Appiah Fom. Now, presiding Judge Mary Ikwa Yanzu dismissed a submission of no case filed by Agrada's legal team and ruled that the accused must respond to the charges. However, Justice Yanzu delivered the ruling in the absence of Nana Agradaa. Now, the court also directed prison officials to ensure Agradaa is present at the next hearing and ordered her defense team to file their witness statements ahead of the next proceeding. Now, the case has been adjourned to July 30, 2025 for a case management conference. Now, Agradaa is facing 1 count of possession of obscene material and 3 counts of non-consensual sharing of intimate images. According to the prosecution, she allegedly aired nude images of Prophet Fom on her television station, Thunder TV, now called Today's TV, in 2021. Now, the charge also implicates 3 others, Enoch Owusu Kisi, Charles Omane, and Emmanuel Kofi Jesse, who are accused of abatement of crime. Well, that's all for the morning news on that, interesting note and sad notes coming in from Parliament. But there's more news when you log on to mx24online.com or follow us on all our social media pages. It's mx24gh on all platforms and mx24 news also on Instagram. While the conversation continues about President John Dramani Mahama's first 6 months in office, what are your opinions? Are you impressed? Are you not impressed? Let us know. Remember, the hashtag is the AM Club. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Augustine, thank you so much for coming with those stories. A very sad one again. From us here at MX24, our heart goes out to the family of what did you call him? The departed. I like the way the colleagues say it.
May the souls of the faithful depart.
Yes. I think this is really, really sad. His first time in Parliament, and he's been very vocal, very present, and very efficient. I think that we would all miss him. Even with those of us who have never met him, watching him from afar, we are very impressed that a young man showed up, did his best, and has left us very sadly. Our heart goes out to the family. We're moving straight to sports right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24, fun, fearless, and factual.
This is brought to you kind courtesy Betway, and of course Betway's Scratch and Win is back with a bang. A whooping 9 million Ghana cedis prizes ranging from cash, free spins, free flights, and more are up for grabs from 1st to the 31st of July 2025. And now we've done already 80 days in July, so the remaining ones you might as well just take your chances. But how do you take part? Simply log in to Betway, bet on sports or casino, and you get your daily scratch card. From there, it's just scratch, match, and win, with every day being another chance to strike it lucky. Only at betway.com.gh today. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. Betway, get way more. Now on to our first story. Ghana's return to the Women's Africa Cup of Nations ended in heartbreak as the Black Queens fell 2-0 to defending champion South Africa in a spirited but wasteful opener. The result leaves Ghana with no margin for error for the remaining group games against Mali and Tanzania. Their performance showed flashes of quality, but in tournament football, finishing is everything.
Dress. So that's how to.
were playing football, I remember our coach did say that communication is key, so you hear a lot of, shouts and here and there. But I don't know about this one, though. I just don't know about this one.
I will not allow you to say that's about the women football.
No, I don't know about this one.
No, it does not mean anything.
We have our own reservations when it comes to tennis, but for this, come on. Anyways, away from that, Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca has confirmed that Noni Madueke is available to play at the Club World Cup despite discussions over a possible move to London rivals Arsenal. Arsenal is currently in negotiations with Chelsea for Madueke with a 50 million... Charlie, money, if we mention them somewhere, $58.5 million. Deal potentially happening this week. Chelsea face Fluminense in the Club World Cup semi-final today, and Maresca confirmed that Madueke will be in the mix to play. He said that he understands the difficulty of dealing with noise around players and that Madueke will help Chelsea if needed. Madueke joined Chelsea in 2023 for 35 million euros. And made 32 appearances in the Premier League last season. But away from that, we get into some tennis action. Novak Djokovic broke the curse of playing in front of Roger Federer, defeating Alex de Minaur to reach the Wimbledon quarterfinals. Djokovic lost an error-strewn opener and had to fight back from 4-1 down in the fourth set to win a 1-6, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 after an yes, I'm in this to win, and confident as he is. I mean, Djokovic, well, that's a wrap for our sports updates for today. Betway Scratch and Win is back with a bang, a whooping 9 million Ghana cedis prizes ranging from cash-free spends, free flights, and more are up for grabs from 1st to the 31st of July 2025. But how do you take part? Simply log on to Betway, bet on sports or casino, and you will get your daily scratch card. From there, it's just scratch, match, and win, with every day being another chance to strike it lucky. Only at betway.com.gh today. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. Betway, get way more. Visit the MX24 app to catch up on all the fun and excitement of the AM Club Show. That's the show featuring engaging conversations, thrilling live segments, and exclusive content you cannot afford to miss.
I wanted to ask you earlier about what the conversation about Thomas Partey is about. What is it?
Okay, so he's been, I'm feeling sad talking about this. So yes, just like Agrada, he's been counted for some allegations of rape. So he has like 5 counts thereabout. I mean, previously, I think in 2022 he was, it came up again, but this time around, and the funny thing is that we're hearing that he was, even as at the time that he was charged with those counts, he was about to get married to his longtime girlfriend in Spain, and unfortunately that came through. However, it's been alleged, so I think subsequently he would have to face the courts. He's denied all allegations through his lawyer already. So let's see how that pans out. Another Mendy story in the making again, and this time around it hits us strong right here in Ghana. There's been some prophecies here and there about him too as well, you know, facing through that, but it's just a phase. Apparently through the prophecies, it's just a phase for him to, you know, elevate in his career. So, I mean, funny stuff coming in here and there. So let's see how it goes. But, you know, he's free as an agent. You know, he is free from, you know, Arsenal. And at a point where this is coming in, people are raising concerns because it's like as if Arsenal as a club knew that, oh, this would happen and all that. That's why they are letting him off the hook. So, yeah, there have been concerns about that too as well. But anyway, see how that goes.
We wish him all the very best, because I was wondering what this whole fuss about him was about anyway. Well, moving away from that, catch up with all the fun, the breaking news stories, sports and business insights on mx24online.com. It's now time to take a deep dive into the world of entertainment and showbiz right here on the AM Club. And of course, Daphne Flashley will come through with those entertainment stories right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Good morning. Welcome to Lifestyle and Entertainment segment on the AM Club. My name is Afi Nuna. Hi, guys.
Hi, Afi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Daphne.
So they didn't know that it is not you, it's not Daphne that is coming.
Surprise.
Good morning,
Welcome.
Daphne Flashley.
How you doing?
Hello. Why are you like this?
I'm always like this, you know. Always like.
Hey.
What was Gabby saying? I want to address that.
Now we are on air. Because we are matching, he's trying to be...
Don't worry. But I'm also matching with Mimi. Like,
yeah. She's wearing, he's wearing blue black.
She's wearing blue black. I have a blue black tie.
He's wearing wine with me.
Yeah. Do you know how much this tie costs?
It's an expensive tie.
Do you know how much? No, do you know how much this guy? Wash your tie there. Gabby, wash your tie there.
Viewers, you do not want to hear what is going on in our ears.
Good. No, I just want them to know that my producer is disturbing me.
Your director, actually.
Sorry.
As I'm standing, I've not done anything to you.
Sorry. Point of correction. My director is, yes, he's disturbing, frustrating my life. But on share tie that. Shoot grandpa on top of that.
And just so,
Assemble.
Why you want louder?
Gabby back at issue.
Debbie, who come here, me there. No, they've forgotten that we're in July. Echo.
Afro. Kojo, what's an afro?
Oh, he had an afro.
But I'll go back to the afro.
Where?
Yeah.
Well, go and plant Anna. Anywho, let's get into
So, I
entertainment.
chose on a video this morning and I want you to have a look.
Okay.
Guys, if you are ready.
We're ready.
It's Nancy. Oh, another husband gone. One of my potential husbands is gone.
Mimi, repeat what you said.
One husband gone.
How many more to go?
All my potential husbands are just getting married. I don't know.
It is the Lord speaking to you. He says, my daughter, your time has come to marry. But Lord, who?
Because Kimati was a goal. Kimati was a goal.
Like Kimati anymore, why?
It doesn't matter. You one day will meet.
Well, you're allowed to dream big.
Oh, Kimati. Oh. What's up? Okay, only day. Yeah, because I'm brony. Oh, I'm black. I can't remember. That is.
What does she have that you don't have?
What do you have? But brony, there are something I don't have. We have color that I don't have.
But you have melanin pop.
I have melanin, but I don't know for your brony. So I can.
Melanin pop.
What's that? Get out. I'm in pain. And then I suka. I will say 12 for me. To like 12:45. No me jai. I will say 3 and my son to so.
Tap into his blessing. Receive your blessing. Receive your blessing. Receive it. Amen.
Okay, Marty.
Okay, Marty. Kojo, why are you so quiet?
I'm telling you, Kimati was a goal. Cause my fasting, my mom pie, my call ni papa dining nim hoda. My call I show my I walk Kimati hopa.
Any the other ukwan what from ukwan
and then who suffer. Because I'm saying I can't say na me nyaki Kimati. Only do you know the fact that your friend is saying there was a possibility of giving birth to a baby that looks like Rollins was very high. No, and then I made dream. Yeah. Dear, I see me a family con. But then, what's why? It's no, I am me. Yeah.
On that broken heart note,
congratulations.
My next story was Agrada, but then my brother Augustine beat me to it.
Yeah.
And he forgot to add that her legal team have appealed the sentence.
Oh, yes.
The very first one.
Yes, yeah, the 15 years.
The 15 years one. Yes. And we are looking forward to see how this legal battle goes. As now they have opened another case. I got that the Lord be with you.
It's as if the as a
Oh. I got that same pie bon 19 yanum nado for empire bona.
And this is something that was years back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, years back.
This issue has been going on for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have some lawyer friends and they are like every court they go to, Agada has a case there. Why? They may be exaggerating, but then from what I know, there's Tema Circuit Court, that is the whole Gifty Hopes in Adoye case. There's Accra and more. If you are the spiritual mother. If you are the
then what the comments on this one has been what?
She hasn't said anything.
She's been off social media for a while.
Sunday, did you see a video she posted?
Oh, okay, but then because I'm not.
So because it's not TV friendly, I didn't bring it. But people are saying because her spiritual mother has been arrested, she has also taken a break. Moving on to my next story. Kojo, what is the side eye for?
Did I give you a side eye?
Yes.
Oh, no.
My next story. Akwaboah explains why he doesn't write for others anymore. He says it's because he doesn't get the credit.
Oh, yeah.
Ghanaian singer Akwaboah has stopped writing songs for other artists due to years of being denied due credit for his work. He cited frustration with artists failing to acknowledge his contributions, recalling a specific incident where a female artist won an award for a song he wrote but didn't thank him during her acceptance speech. This experience led Akwaboah to focus on his own music career despite having previously written hits for top Ghanaian musicians like Becca and Sarkodie. He emphasizes the importance of proper credit for behind-the-scene creatives, stating that it's crucial for their growth and motivation. Mimi, thoughts?
I think Ghanaians are. You know, I don't think we do, like, you know, in 2015 or so, I heard he used to write for Alicia Keys' Money a Day. I would ask him today.
Yeah, you should.
He used to write for these people. And Charlie, all the guy is asking is acknowledgement. But I think that what the next phase would have been is that he said they're strictly business. Over $7,000, $10,000.
Yeah, I have a question. When he comes, we should ask him, what were the terms for him writing for them?
Yeah.
Because currently there's a case ongoing. I don't know if you know about it. Ida Olisto, where Ida says Olivia should pay her for work done. Olisto is saying she tagged her on Snapchat. That is thank you.
It's not.
Exactly. So now we need to.
Conversation should be had.
Exactly.
But what's the standard practice when you are given acknowledgement in a song? Like, you know, after the song has played, we have songwriter. So do they do that now? I don't know about the experience he's had, but Charlie, how hard is it to be on stage and be like, thank you so much, but also a big thank you to Akwaboah for writing this song. Charlie, it doesn't take anything from you.
For example, in theater, if I buy the script from you, it is mine.
Yeah.
Regardless of the fact that you wrote it, it is mine.
Yeah.
So moving on to international stories. Or could you have something to say on this matter?
Me? No. I mean, I think for me, I've gotten to a point where I just know that, it's human nature. Me, Charlie, me Jimmy Sika and one.
Yeah.
When you're strictly business.
I know, right?
But it's an impeccable song.
I know. If you're paying you for it, collect the money and go.
Just take the money and then that's
yourself.
You've been paid for it.
Oh yeah, no, I said Kwame Eugene. One day, no one by social media. No one back. I said, "My show you, my show you, my show you." Don't call baby.
Shake those tables a bit.
Yeah, but the number is sleep. Didn't I write it?
Prove us wrong that you wrote it. That's all.
Because after giving you the money too as well, there's no way I can say that, okay, I've given you the money, so you two don't go and say that you didn't write it.
You didn't write it.
If you want to write song, go and write.
That's all.
If you can't write song, somebody writes song for you.
Acknowledge the person.
How hard is that?
And you too, if they pay you, acknowledgement is not necessary.
Acknowledgement is always necessary.
Please acknowledge Akwaboah, we beg you.
I kind of wanted to
why?
Oh,
what is it?
What's that?
Haven't you done enough?
Haven't you done enough? Let's go, please.
Moving on to international stories, Coach Nancy apologizes, retracts false claims against Mercy Chinwo. Life coach Nancy Ume has issued a public apology and retraction for falsely accusing Nigerian gospel singer Mercy Chinwo and her husband, Pastor Blessed Uzuchikwa, of being in a toxic marriage with Pastor Blessed I
wasn't going to laugh. I promise I wasn't going to laugh. Hey, behave yourself. Behave yourself.
With Pastor Blessed allegedly being abusive, Nancy admitted her claims were unfounded and based on misinformation and apologized for any harm caused. After the couple's legal team threatened legal action if the defamatory remarks continued, she retracted every statement made against the couple, acknowledging that her actions could have damaged their reputation and expressed regrets for the pain her words had caused.
Me, I won't take apology. You go to court. You face the full rigors of the law.
So from what I read this morning, the lawyers met and they decided, let's settle this out of court.
Charlie, message over, bro. Like every single morning, new case against Mercy Chinwo.
And from what I read this morning, this same Nancy made a remarks concerning her case with her former
boss.
Yeah.
The record label owner.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that one too, she has come to retract it. So
you what? Oh. Charlie.
Why? What did she do to you?
Yeah. People are just pain, man.
God have mercy on us, all of us, Sha. Now to my final story. Ruth Kadiri breaks silence on keeping her husband away from the spotlight. Nollywood actress Ruth Kadiri has addressed speculations about keeping her husband private, stating that her marriage is not hidden, but rather she and her husband chose to keep it out of the spotlight. She clarified that they lead a normal life, attending events and church service together, and that her husband's absence from social media is due to his preference for a quiet life, where he mostly shares faith-based content. Kadiri emphasized that she doesn't feel the need to showcase her relationship online to prove anything, and that those who know her also know her husband, which is enough for her.
And that's some period.
Like,
because...
Like...
Wait, is her husband not the... He's also an actor, right?
He's also an actor.
Is it Stanzi or Stanzi?
No. Hey, Lolo will beat you.
Stan is another person's...
Stan
they look alike,
Lolo's
though.
wife.
I mean...
Mazi, we call him Mazi.
Yeah.
Mazi is Lolo's husband.
Oh, they look alike. They... okay.
Yeah, a little bit, but Lolo is darker and then tougher.
Yeah. But they look alike. So it just...
You don't understand why people are paying though.
Like, why are you into her business? How is that
why do you want to know her husband? Why? What's the problem?
So the husband is an actor?
He's an actor. But a lot of people don't even know they are married.
That's interesting. And I love her for that. Something I would totally do. Like, I could be fully married and have children and you wouldn't even know. And you see, that's something funny about people who are public. People think that because you're here and you're sharing everything, you're sharing in their minds everything, you're sharing everything, right? I love this for her. I actually watched some of the interview and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I saw it and I'm like, wait, she's married?
Yeah.
I didn't know she was married until yesterday, actually.
She's...
It's so funny how someone reached out to me over the weekend. So I made a post concerning a course I studied in SHS. And it's like, wait, what? You did business? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a business student.
You're a business student. How did you...
I have people thinking because I am that open, everything about me is out there.
Right.
I'm following with Kadiri. I may be married, you never know.
No, that one there we know you are not.
Hey. They play.
That one we know you
Just
are
not.
You know why we know you are not?
Why?
Because we forcome the wedding. The wedding there forcome, yeah.
I thought you were coming to say because I don't wear rings. Because I have a response for that.
It's not even about the ring, people.
I
saw someone, there was this, I saw it on social media, there was this guy who says he doesn't like rings, he doesn't like metals, so he actually made a tattoo guy come and tattoo his yes, as a, so it's not about the rings.
I know someone who told his woman that, see, when we are married, I don't want you wearing your wedding ring. Sometimes it limits certain reach you can go, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Reach?
But then,
what kind of reach?
Unless we call him to come and explain. But then some people don't wear their rings because their partners are okay with it.
Dear future husband, don't be okay with me not wearing my ring.
Me, I've told him, whether you are okay or not, I'll
tattoo it.
Hey.
I'll put it on my forehead.
Hey.
I am Mrs.
And you people will not know the man. That's what, let me add that one too.
Some of us, if we mention surname, pedo,
unless you don't do the wedding. Unless you don't do the wedding, but we'll come for the wedding. But if you don't do the wedding, then no problem.
You know, the last time
ambush you.
I said something like one day.
To know.
You see the way I don't come to work on certain days. I'll come to work the next day and I'm wearing a wedding ring.
Yeah, wearing a ring and you are married.
Congratulations.
On that wedding note,
congratulations.
Thank you all for tuning in. My name is Afi Nuna, and this was the lifestyle and entertainment segment on the AM Club. Don't forget to follow all our social media platforms or accounts at MX24GH. And don't forget to download the MX24 app because everything is going live there. I'll see you.
Thank you so much, Afi, for coming through with those entertainment stories. We're moving straight to some even bigger conversations right here on the platform. But before we do that, Telecel Cash says your secure and convenient cash platform is still offering lowest charges ever. The lowest charges ever. Even better, sending money from Telecel Cash to Telecel Cash. It is free on the Telecel Play app. So whether you're paying school fees or sending cash to your favorite people, just send it, Keke. Remember, you can make payments to all other networks anywhere cash transfer is accepted as a means of payment. Dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app today. Now send it, Keke. Telecel, connecting energies. Right, Telecel bundle allocation. Yes. The bundle is getting better. It's getting bundling. The weather is doing things, and so you need more bundle to stay inside your room. Okay. There's a reason because you have Telecel bundle at home. More data, more same price. More data, same price. Telecel bundle allocations have been renewed and now offer 10% more data at the same old price. In addition, your favorite 400 Ghana Cedis data bundle allocation has increased from 190 GB to 250 GB and does not expire. This means you get to enjoy more data at no extra cost. Simply dial *700# or *530# to access a variety of unbeatable data deals on Telecel. Don't miss out on these enhanced offers. Stay connected with Telecel today. Telecel, connecting energies.
Well, that's about it for Coffee Daily right here on the show. Up next, we get straight into Lifestyle Daily. We're talking real estate. Yes, I'm very, very, very passionate about that because when I see young men saying that, oh, I deal in real estate, I'm like, how did you even start in the first place? Somebody was giving me a theory of how he started, and I was like, hey.
Can I tell you I used to do real estate?
You used to?
Yes,
so
I used to be a real estate agent. Oh, no, it's expensive. Oh, it's hard. It's really hard. Oh, it's hard.
You just had to say that.
Oh, it's hard.
What is it? Okay, so this is what's going to happen. On the show, on Lifestyle Daily today, Miriam Udwak-Mensah is not
a guest.
Is a guest. Officially, I am the one going to be hosting that segment. She's a guest. She's not going to ask any questions. I'm just going to ask her how it all started. No, you won't ask any question. You are a guest. No, you are a guest. So she'll give us her whole experience as to why real estate is that hard. All right? We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
The cashew processing company be adwuma. In 2014 na company no e collapse. Nti company no collapse no. Na say ye won twetwede obi epebo abi di nani akire. Na ye pe adwuma ye na me di application na. Ni nyina na nkusi aga. Nti mi ana metara asedwen ho say ade nti a me kopa adwuma wo bra metimi a create adwuma. Na masen ma afoforo nso adwuma. Me juices ahodo obi abi esanye local drinks so. But my main products pa ye cashew drink. Me dwen ho sa yan bono ha. Cashew pa ne ye do wo ha. Na wo fa fruit no na atini tu aso na fruit ni ye 80% na atini ye 20%. Emfa so a ye nya free so ye na atini pe a ye 20%. Nti me dwen ho se 80% na aka na ye tugu no. Ye ntimi mfa nye bibi. Mami ye nhwehwemu kosun akwan a ye fa so ye cashew drink. Masha ase ameye. Eye natural, ye mfa color ngum, ye mfa addictive ngum, preservative korabinim. Eba pineapple juice ameye bi, mango juice meye atadwe milk, meye sobolo. Ni nyina no ye natural meye a se me di flavor begumu a na ye lemongrass. tiger nut milk no so sugar mi di begu mu aye date nipa bebre wo ho a woni asichi enti me drinks ya me ye wo ha de ni nyina ye natural me traini amanfo ebi wo ho a me ko traini omo ema omu tua meka dodo na nso me ya me ye ni free ebi ya me ye ma asorefo bi nso wo ho a me community members a omu ani abre se omu pe bibi esua no metimi traini omo
enese kuro mu bebre semina ne ne ma se ye muye metimi di semina no before ema me so meeko school a omu timi nya bibi ekodi ticket de ne ho wo mfaso wo kuro no oboabo ani packet de e wo mu a se wo kire se wo ye we a me mfa se semina force no nkoyi a wo ye semina beboa be so me mu na nya drink wo benya ne obedi ticket de ya kasa ye kana ho asama ade be kye ha
me call master training program in Kashi. Ehọ na me konya nimdie kakra. Na directorate of crops nso omo be training wo nti na omo invite me na me ko bi. Na me ko sua ade wo. Ni nyina echi me wo mentor a omo wo ebi wo Senegal, bi nso wo Cote d'Ivoire. Me gu so ameye no, bi bi kire ma hwe. Me ti me frɛ omo bi sa omo. Say the nyame adom who obi ono so job hunting metimi boa no twe ne ben na ma kyerɛkyerɛ no your friend me Kate Akwaboah, the CEO of Kate Oboa Ventures. Ghana grows hope day.
Ghana grows hope day.
Every day is packed with its own surprises. You never know which thrill is around the corner.
Feel good. Feel good.
Or how it will play out. There's a sense of excitement.
Did our plane just stop? Another cash out.
That adds a little magic to my everyday.
Woo! Feels like a party tonight.
Rent back with the beer open. Come on, come and see what. Hey, wait, this guy. My friend, see before.
It's the Telestar Too Much Money promo. Win cash daily, weekly, and a grand prize of 1.2 million Ghana cedis. Just reload or buy a bundle with Telestar Cash to earn points and stand a chance to win big. Dial *500# or visit the Telestar Play app to opt in and start winning in the Telestar Too Much Money promo. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Hey, Macho, when is campaign? Sister Manoko. If you're a baby, many schedule no. If you know, meto chiaka. Inti ene, uno banu mpe baby amobeda. Oh, no abeka. You did too much money. No matter.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Oh, you're welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. You're welcome. We're moving straight to Lifestyle Daily. This is the Lifestyle Daily segment of the AM Club. This morning, my co-host is saying that I'm a guest. So once I'm done introducing this segment, I am moved to becoming the guest for the show. With Jibu Water, staying fresh has never been easier. Jibu Water provides clean, hygienic, healthy water you can trust as your go-to source for drinking and cooking. Now, with options of our innovative 20-liter bottles that come with a tap and 18.9-liter bottles, your dispensers will have a breath of new life as our clean and hygienic Jibu Water flows through them for your consumption. Now, whether you need a cool drink to quench your thirst or fresh cooking water to make your meals taste its best, Jibu Water is the answer to your clean water needs. Order for your clean water now by calling us on 020-9845817. That's 020-9845817. Or visit our website at www.jibuco.com/GH. That's www.jibuco.com/GH for more information about our brand, Jibu Water, a better life. Now, like I said earlier, I'm a guest on the show. We're discussing real estate, smart investment or not.
So for our big conversation, we're discussing real estate, smart investment or not. We're diving into the new buzz among the new generation real estate investing, with social media full of young influencers claiming property as their main source of wealth. Many are asking, is real estate really the smartest way to build financial freedom, or is it riskier than it seems? We'll explore the pros, the pitfalls, and whether owning property is still the golden ticket it's made out to be. Now, joining us for the conversation, we've got Miriam Uduak-Mensah. Yes, who is a retired real estate agent.
My friend was MK Consult.
MK Consult,
yes.
Says Miriam Mimi K Consult.
Yes.
And I don't know why she's decided to, but yeah.
To retire.
Well, we have Edu Poku Emmanuel, Marketing Manager, Nationwide Affordable Housing Scheme on Zoom. Let me start with the man. Yes. Say ladies first, but this one.
Let me start
with the man. Oh, okay. So, unfortunately, we've lost him. But then, so let me start with you. So, yes. In what year did you decide to be a part of the real estate community? And who even ushered you? Or was it just that because Mimi K will hear about money and just go for it? So
you
was
got
it just
right.
So was it just about, oh, okay, there's money in real estate, so you just come through? In what year and how did you explore that?
Jay, you know me. I hear money. And my ear was doing me ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
So first of all, I was working in an events company around the Chado area. I was working with Unique Floral. I proudly worked with them. I enjoyed every bit of the time there. But then Chado was coming up. And properties were, all over the place. But they're starting the new properties. And my boss was also into that. So I was both in the events company and supporting with some rentals and things. So sometimes when we didn't have clients come in, I would have to outsource because these clients were valuable clients. So they'll be like, listen, call this person and find out from them if they have an Airbnb or they have a house selling. And that was when the diasporans were coming into the country. So when I left the company, obviously I didn't have access to whether it was the event company or the property company. So I said, you know what? I was making a lot of money for these people with the property. I think I should do that. So I woke up one morning. I was super broke. I was actually very, very broke. So I said, you know what? I had this blue Kia Morning. So I drove into Chado and started looking for properties. My boss had taken me through, Madam Ikuya Aisa, I love you so much. She had taken me through the process of, finding the house, how to communicate with the people, the kind of documents you should even ask for, and then how you can connect the buyer to the seller. And so that's what I was doing. I was doing more of connecting the buyer to the seller business. And so I started in Chado. I would get young girls and young boys who were looking for homes to rent. And so once you get the property for them, you get your cut and whatnot. But the hardest part of it is finding the property. And knowing that this property is under your supervision and getting someone to buy. Sometimes you go and see a property in the morning, by evening you are getting a client for it. By the time you go there, the property is gone.
Right.
And so that's how I started. And that's what influenced me. Money took me.
Money influenced you. But anyways, we have Mr. Edu Poku back online. So good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing fabulously well.
Okay.
Yourself?
We are good. We're good right here inside the studios of MX24. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on the AM Club. We're talking real estate, and yes, for as far as I can recollect, in fact, I started hearing about real estate from the year 2019 thereabout, just as about when COVID hit, and then 2020, 2021, up to now 2025. My question for you this morning is, why has it become so popular as an investment adventure? Let me put it that way, because I do have friends who are in real estate and they're not doing so bad. My question here is, why didn't I even enter into this first? Because like by allowing me to they chop the money some. Why is it becoming popular now?
All right. Thank you very much, and then greetings to your cherished viewers. Obviously, real estate is the only real asset that any individual can acquire. It has been one of the most important lucrative ventures throughout the history of mankind, simply because of its tangibility. It's a physical asset, and so you have some form of control and security over the property. And so we realized that for some time now, the issues that happen in our money market, where a lot of people lost a chunk of their investment, people started diversifying their portfolios, trying to identify fixed assets to put their investment into it. And so during that space, that is where the 2019, 2018, when the market became volatile through the external shocks, people were now venturing into real estate, putting their monies into fixed assets, because obviously its value appreciates over time. So I think this year the surge is attributed to the issues that started the country some few years ago when we suffered the economic shocks.
All right, well said. Now, as I want us to maybe partition the various avenues in real estate. So my co-host, who ventured into it, but she's retired, has already given me a picture of what, convinced her to get into real estate. And apparently she happened to be an agent, all right? Now, I do know that there are people who've decided to put capital into it. So they build houses, and someone would say they're also into real estate. Now, in these two spheres, do you really need to be rich or wealthy before you get into real estate? Is it capital intensive?
Yes, you don't need to be rich or wealthy to venture into real estate. The most important thing you need first and foremost is education. You need to understand the industry. You need to have a comprehensive perspective of how the industry operates. There are people that serve as middlemen. They connect potential buyers to property owners, and then take a cut out of the transaction amount. And so, though it's capital intensive, you can start with a modest investment. Okay, you don't need to start acquiring huge properties. If you can afford one plot of land, acquire it now, and then over time, because of the appreciative nature of the property, over time you realize that its value will appreciate, and then you can resell it and then get income. That is, if you don't have the capital or an investor to support you to develop an apartment on it, you can start with land for the interim, and then as you gradually scale up, you can also venture more into the construction of buildings. So richness has nothing to do with investing in property. You only have to be smart and understand the industry, and also consult a lot. There are people that do not consult, and they are industry players that are ahead of you. So you have to find out from them, the experts, the financial advisors, lawyers, and all that, to have a comprehensive understanding about how the market operates before you actually venture into it.
Okay.
So you don't.
All right. You did speak about acquiring a land and then building and all that. when you want to enter into buying of properties, what are some of the things? I mean, let's educate ourselves. I mean, we cannot go deep down into it. It's not a lecture, but at the end of the day, at least you are into it already, so you can tell us 2 or 3 things that you feel that people should know when they are acquiring properties, or they should look out for when they are acquiring properties.
Yeah, so as I indicated earlier, the first most important thing is education. You need to research, know the industry, okay, know the regulations that govern property acquisition, okay. You can't just wake up one day and say, "Well, I have 200,000 cedis in my account, so I'm going to buy a land, I'm going to buy a house." No, it doesn't work like that. The market is tough, and so you need to understand how the market operates even before you venture into any property. See, land is an asset, and so because of this lucrative venture and how lucrative it is, people are also exploiting people on that. So you need to do what we call the due diligence. You need to really assess, go through the rudiments of auditing the documentation of whoever or of the property you want to do and purchase, right? So you need to be educated, and you also have to set goals for yourself. All right, know what you want, know the kind of amenities you want in your space where you want to buy. The land size, the location, they are all important. Okay, and then you also have to be financially stable. Okay, you also have to assess your financial situations, your expenditure, your income, your debts, your savings. All these things should inform you on how to go about with your property investment opportunity that may come. So you need to be well educated. You need to set clean goals and know your risk tolerance. Your risk tolerance. Know how comfortable you are if there are shocks in the industry. How much you are willing to let go. Okay, in this industry. And then you also have to have some kind of finances. And not saying that you should have a lot of money. Know how much you can afford per time, and also collaborate. You can partner with other investors who are also into the industry, so they can share resources and risk. So there are avenues that you can actually make it in the industry, not necessarily getting money by yourself. I can go to
okay. I'll let the retired one, come in now. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's very important that we establish that I'm retired, because you said something very important, which was that you do your due diligence, you do your research, consult, get you industry players who have succeeded in this industry to educate you on how what you would say the nitty-gritties of the industry, because that's what I didn't do, and that's why I came out as fast as I entered. Because for me, the motivation was money. I was under and I'm not even. Yeah, I'm not ashamed of saying it, so that some other girls who want to get into this business know that I was under a woman who was teaching me. Obviously, she didn't think I had an interest in the area, so she was just teaching me what a staff should do with regards to handling a client. But it was never from the perspective of an owner who owns a property. So as a beginner, getting into the industry, what are some of the basic things you must know? You talked about an investor, but somebody who wants to start from the very basics, from the agent level to getting into a developer level, that's the very high level. That's when, if you have money or people who can give you facilities to start up projects like that, that's great. But from the agent level, those who are in real estate from the agent level, if you're a beginner, what do you need to know to be able to run a business like that?
So for an agent, one thing that always runs through when it comes to real estate investments, you need to be well informed. You need to be well informed. You need to know the trends. You need to know prices. You need to know the regulatory frameworks that governs real estate, and then also identify other real estate agencies that we can partner with. Identify individuals that have properties and then they want to relinquish. You can serve as a mediator to identify potential buyers. And so you need to increase your level of networks. Okay, attend seminars. Okay, real estate expo, meet people. You can also do a complimentary pack that you are an estate consultant, something that will position yourself, because you see, with land itself, the land is for nature. It's not us. We didn't produce land. Okay, money is also not ours. We didn't produce money. So the only thing that you're actually selling is yourself first. So if you position yourself as a very good agent who understands the market, obviously you attract a lot of potential buyers, through which you can connect them to potential buyers and then make some living for yourself.
Okay.
In my company, we have a lot of agents. They make a lot of money for themselves because they are able to connect with people. Yeah.
Yes. Now, a myth that I carried myself with into the business was the fact that it gives you quick money, right? That's one myth, because when I got in there, I didn't see what I was looking for immediately. But what are some of the myths around real estate? Around real estate, let me put it that way.
Okay, so one of the myth, the greatest myth about real estate is that you need to have a lot of money to be able to venture into real estate. People think that at the end of the day, you need millions of cedis. So there's kind of perception in the minds of people that before you venture into real estate, your father has to be rich, your family has to be rich, everybody in your family has to be rich before you can venture into real estate. No, that's not so. You can start small with a modest investment. Always, you can start where you are. Whatever you have, you can start with it, right? So if you see that people have 4-bedroom houses, 5-bedroom houses, they sleep in just 1 unit bedroom. The rest, what are they being used for? So you can start with housing hatch. You can start hatching for clients. Look for people that can come and stay in and pay some small amount of money to some passive income you can earn from that space, right? So you can, like I said, you can also partner with other people, okay, people that share the same goals. So you can come as a team, as a team, 2 or 3 people are come together to pursue this goal, so that diversification of ideas and then resources can come in to forward this agenda. So you don't need to have a lot of money. You don't need to be have significant wealth. Even though real estate will lead you to wealth creation, you don't need to have that money to start. Okay, because obviously if you're starting a business, you have to start from 1. If you go and start from 5, 6, that is where you have all the resources. You may not really enjoy the journey, right? You may not really enjoy the journey. Start from scratch, start from where you are, and then progress gradually as expansion occurs. So we receive a lot of Charlie. Actually, you don't need money. You need ideas. You need connections. Right.
Now, finally, before we let you go, thank you so much for joining us anyway. But before we let you go, what's the difference between buying a home to live in and buying a property to invest in?
So obviously, buying a home to live in is a personal desire, right? You are buying for a home you want to stay in. I tell people that it will be very sad as an average Ghanaian worker to work in a rented house, retire in a rented house, and die in a rented house. So the average Ghanaian's desire is to own a property before he goes on retirement. And so people's mindset is that I need a home before I go on retirement. That is for a personal reason. They want to get a place where they can lay their heads after they've gone on retirement. That is for a personal purpose. Others too want to recoup or get some investment or get some money out of it. And so they have some rental properties. So you can have maybe a shop, an office space, any property, Airbnb, all that you can actually offer and then get some passive incomes out of it. So one for personal use, and then one is to get some passive incomes. And because value of land appreciates over time, it also provides a long-term source of wealth creation. So people venture into it just to create wealth for themselves. Others too venture into it because they want a place to lay their heads. They want their children not to go about begging for accommodation, squatting in people's rooms and all that. So it's a very common frequency.
Yeah, but in investing in both as a kingpin or as a boss in the industry, what would you advise these two people who is buying to invest and who is buying to live in? What is the basic advice you would give to them? Like how much to spend in, what to look out for, location, all these things as well. Maybe I should have elaborated a little bit on that. But these are the areas I'm looking at in terms of even spending or choosing. What's the difference? What do we look at in investing and staying in?
Yes, so anything has to do with investment has to do with money, right? So you need to have a solid understanding of your financial status, right? You need to know like your financial strength and how well you can acquire this property.
Okay.
And also people too are emotionally attached to certain locations. Okay, so someone that hails from maybe Kumasi and works in Accra, he may want to have probably a land in between Accra and then Kumasi, maybe somewhere around in Sawon, so that if he wants to go back to the hometown, he's in the middle. If he wants to go to Accra, he's also in the middle. So people have some emotional attachments. Hometown, people buy lands in their hometowns to go and build in, because the time that they want to go back to their hometown and support their communities. And so location is key, amenities is also important. Most of the real estate company development, we normally buy virgin lands, okay, lands that have not been used for anything. Then we develop communities. Others to want an already developed community because of maybe their status, because they want one that's near to their work of place. So there are a lot of factors that go into the determination of how to go about your property purchase. Yeah, so.
Thank you so much, Mr. Poku, for coming through. I know that we would have to bring you into the studio to have an extended conversation. We definitely do need to do that. But thank you for the clarity you've given us this morning on real estate investment. And also reassuring me that if I ever want to go back into the business, it's so very open for me.
It's very open.
Thank you so much. So, Jay, there's still hope.
Yeah, there's still hope on that. There's still hope on that. Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of friends. A lot of them whom I didn't even think that they would get into that, but they're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
My only thing here is, anytime I see something like that, is a source of encouragement that hey, you can do it, or you can be a part of it. But sometimes what I do ask them is that, maybe what I'm seeing right now is their hard work.
Yes, over time.
Yes. What went into it is not seen. So I would rather go and ask them, Charlie, what were the challenges?
Yeah.
What you do wrong at the start of it? So I don't do the same thing, just in case I wake up one day and I feel like, I can be a part of this.
I gotta do this. Yeah. Honestly, I think this conversation was so important. It reminds me of so many things and so many of our errors. I'm glad that we even have someone on the show who has been there and made the worst mistake. I'm telling you, if you see the money that was going through my office, any bread, they will call. But this time when I go back, it will be for the right reasons. Anywho, we have a big one coming up. All the questions that you have to ask Akwaboah this morning on the show, he's here to join us, have that conversation. So stay right here, stay put, don't move. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Ruki. I'm a TV host and a self-styled chef. Cooking is my ultimate passion, and it's something I would say is my calling. Now, for those who cook a lot like me, there's one fact they always state. Ingredients decide how tasty your food is. And for me, the game-changing ingredients is water. Tap water at the moment is not the best option considering what's going on in the country. Also, such as water can taste weird and produce too much waste, so it's a no-no for me. My number one choice for cooking is Jibu water. Cooking with Jibu water enhances the flavor of your food. And it's not just that. unlike other brands where you have to pour it from a heavy bottle, the 20-liter dispenser bottle comes with a tap that makes things so easy. So you see how simple it is with Jibu? Cooking with Jibu gives you big flavors and great taste without all the stress. Remember to cook with Jibu.
Jibu, transforming opportunity to thrive.
Welcome to Deluxe Experience Ghana, your trusted partner in creating unforgettable events. From breathtaking stage designs to dazzling lighting solutions, we bring your vision to life with precision and creativity. Our expert event planning and consultation services ensure every detail is taken care of so you can enjoy a stress-free experience. Capture every moment with our professional photography, videography, and live streaming services because every memory deserves to be cherished. Transform your event venues into a masterpiece with our exquisite exterior lighting and permanent designs tailored to suit your style and theme. At Deluxe Experience Ghana, we don't just plan events, we create experiences. Let's make your next event extraordinary. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe. Contact us today on 0267 83 7006 or 0545 03 8620 and 0545 03 7520. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe.
The legend.
KNIILANTE.
It's a decision.
That love me.
Amazing. On the show, I am John Jermaine.
in the world of love. Hope is coming. Even though Kimati just got married. We're moving on to the next. Because this year is my year.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, call my mother. Call my mother. To come and watch me right here. I'm about to interview award-winning. Which is always me who in the panel. All the things I said I was going to say about him evaporate. It have gone. Because I'm starstruck. This is my first time I'm like up close.
Oh, okay.
Yes, with him. I've been to all his concerts, by the way. Yes, I love him. I've also just booked him for my wedding. We'll find a man and find a location, and we'll have the wedding.
So bookings no dear.
Yeah, book
any dates, any time, any BBA.
And
easy.
But don't worry.
1 year sad.
Me make quite ahead of time. I'm doing the reverse. Me booking on what to home. It's all my vendors. So my catch up say the day you see my call, I'm not going to call you before that. The day you see my call, pay once a day number, data back, me moving on. So keep it open. Well, we have Akwaboah in the house, award-winning musician. He's a real musician because he sings, plays instruments, produces, writes. Bro!
Thank you.
Yo! Okay, this is where you clap and jump and roll on the floor for the mandem because what? I think, and I would say this, I think that Ghana was still celebrating but because we're celebrating.
Yes.
Because I think you deserve it. This morning we had a whole argument on the show about you because in 2015, I heard, because I was listening to Sa Booking Hat You Now Bona Nipa Tepa no Usuno. Now guitar your friend said, oh, I love you. And then I also chanced on a gospel medley you did.
Yes.
I was in, our life was lifing. Into both songs were making me cry, but okay. And I found out that you were writing for some international artists, and I was like, oh my God, he's a big deal. So in my mind, you've always been a big deal in my head. Like, like when I see Akwaboah, I'm like, hey, what's wrong with big people? But then one would say that over here, sometimes the celebration is a flat weight. You take it as it is. I'm sure you understand the industry more. But this morning here on the AM Club, we want to celebrate you. We want to say thank you for all you've done.
Thank you so much.
For staying humble. Also from us here, our condolences to you and your family. How's our life? How's it going?
It's been good.
I
guess I should have married like long ago.
That.
So I'm telling all the guys, it's good. So I mean,
can't get married.
Yeah, don't be afraid because you get to hear of the negativities more than the positive. But it's actually once you find somebody who's like your friend, your person. Yes, I think you're good to go. Yeah.
Awesome. How are you managing marriage life? Oh, not manage. I would say how are you juggling marriage life and music career and all the fame that it comes with? How are you doing that?
I think it's been calm.
Okay.
It's been cool. It's been the same old same. Difference is now there's somebody in my life that when you go out, like if you have to go and do studio stuff, you need to come home.
Yeah.
If you'd have stayed till 2, 3 a.m., you have to come back somehow around 11 because there's somebody waiting for you.
Absolutely.
Now there's somebody you can have a conversation with. There's food at home, there's everything. Apart from that, it's been the same.
It's been the same.
Yeah.
Also, the bit where you say she's your friend, know.
I
think it makes it a little easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Like you talk about everything with your friend, So
I see why you wish you did this earlier.
Yeah. I was like, I'm trying. There's my CBC.
But time now changing genuinely now changing.
Oh, I don't cry. I don't think I was actually waiting for somebody. I wasn't finding the right one, especially as an artist. Okay. Sometimes you suffer in the midst of abundance.
Yeah.
As a man with her, but you can't find who is the right person. And some also might take you for granted because it be about life more crap. So back and forth, But then finally, I'm happy to be.
The who. Obeka, how long have you been in this industry? Or calculating how long you I mean, considering the fact that you come from a musical background, your father was a legend.
Father, yeah.
He played and he's done music for so long.
Yeah.
Did you immediately say that, oh, because Daddy is doing music, I'm going to do music, or you had your time where you did other things and then decided that, you know what, this is what I really want to do?
I actually wanted to do music.
No.
Because when I was young, anytime Daddy was traveling, I had a chance to, like I was always going with him.
Oh.
If I didn't have school, I was always going with him. Today we would say a tour, but those time it was trek. So I got trek, I'll be going with him from Sunyani to Takrade to everywhere. So I literally, somehow I knew I actually wanted to do this. So I had to go to Kumasi, go and learn how to play the instruments, the keyboard and stuff. So I would say coming into the limelight, it should be like 15, 16 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, but behind the scenes, I was playing for most of the artists in Ghana.
Oh.
I was part of a band called Patch Bay. Patch Bay band, we used to play for almost, name them, 4X4, VIP, Becca by then, because we were the band for Becca.
Oh, okay.
By then, so Ghana Music Awards, we played for like 4 years before I had left to become an artist. I was writing songs for Becca and stuff. Yeah. So behind the scenes, I was really there. But coming out as an artist, it's been like, 15 years.
But, so recently we had a conversation about not being appreciated for the work that you do, which most people now know that you actually write for most. You've written for a lot of artists in Ghana and beyond. With the writing bit, first of all, tell us when that started and why you think you want to speak about it now in terms of the appreciation bit.
Oh, so like I said, I didn't even know that I could write songs till I was broke. So I actually wanted to sell one of my songs. So I spoke to Kiki. By then, he was Becca's manager. And Kiki was like, "What do you mean now?" And I'm like, and then Kiki was like, "No, I'm not buying the song. I need to promote the song and promote you so that people would know that you know how to write songs, and then they can come. And that's another way of making money." So Kiki actually gave me some money, like when Phantom me home.
Yeah.
So we went to the studio. Kwame Bonsu produced the song. Becca sang. It became a hit. And then anywhere like
what song
Becca
is that?
Dakeda.
Oh.
Yeah. It became a hit, and then Becca started talking about it from interviews to interviews. That's where the industry started seeing the Akwaboah behind the scene. But then I didn't even have a song out. So I actually won an award without a song out. Yeah, as an artist, yeah.
That's incredible.
So basically that's where everything started from. And then I only decided to talk about it now because I went for an interview and then I was asked why I've stopped writing for people. And I was like, I've not stopped writing, but now it feels like, oh, but yeah, they know Kwame. Where is the credit? You're in the whole place, like the dome. They would mention the name. They will go for the award. I thank God. I thank my team. Thank Shatta House, blah, blah, blah. And then that's it.
Songwriter, I'm back.
Oh, they be back to you know, and I'm like, okay. And then it's sunny event in there.
But not my suggestion be earlier, right? Somehow I am in the music industry as well. I've worked with artists in Nigeria and in Ghana. And I'm thinking that couldn't we do it another way? Like, they said, but I'm taking money and nobody's getting this for free because that is my hard work. Couldn't we have done that instead of like totally just saying that?
Thing is, they won't want to pay. From artist to artist. I don't think it was even something good for you to tell an artist that tell him X amount of money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said you say out there in Kofu.
Of course. Of course. I had
it. The contract also they secure that space. So when you're giving the song to them, you know these are the obligations. These are the things I'll require from you. How about that?
Back then I didn't know so much about it. So when I was writing for the like blah blah bits. I wasn't thinking about the business side, so I would write and then give it out until my said I hit and I'm like okay, hoping that the artist would even appreciate and say, okay, you know what, this is X amount of money for you for writing such a beautiful song or anything. Emma, we didn't know,
Okay.
So then, I mean, it's not like I don't want to write for anybody or I've stopped writing. I love to write for people. At least I want to see my songs out there, like the gospel or the love songs, apart from me singing. But then, Charlie, if it's not working, what would you do?
Okay.
Just to stay on that, since it's a stance that is coming in now, I want to find out from you whether it's as a result of how you were introduced into the industry, because you did give us a background of you going in and saying that, okay, Kiki, this is a song that I have, and blah, 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 and then it came in. Is this as a result of how you were introduced in the industry?
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess it was. I learned the hard way.
Okay.
Now, and should there be a time that somebody would say, okay, you know what, let's put a contract to it. I'm giving you X amount of money. I need the songs from you. I think I would rather, go by that.
Because there's no song that I have heard you wrote that is a bad song. But have you ever seen one that you said, we did cry?
Sometimes I want to.
You want to write a you want to write a bad song, so someone will tell you that.
I don't know.
You're just gifted like that.
I think the only person who was like real to me was my dad.
Yes.
One day, send it to you because okay, where do we? Do man come fan show next time and kind of say and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh okay. I think he was the only person who was actually real.
Yeah.
Even from instrumentation to the message itself to melodies and everything. It is here when we went there.
So you have a new project out.
Yes.
Before the projects came out, we saw Nadia talk about it. I couldn't wait. Once I saw her video, I was like, okay, now let's see what is behind this.
Yeah.
The project comes out and is out of the usual.
Yeah.
Like nobody is talking, and I'm gonna say that, you Ghanaians, nobody's talking about how incredible that idea is. Like, I have done a whole song, but I'm not going to put my face to it. I'm not going to be in the video. I'm letting someone else even sing the song in the video. Why? What's going on? Why did you decide to do that?
So if you listen to the song itself, it talks about smiling again.
Yes.
Like picking up yourself from a sad moment to the happy part of life. So I actually wanted somebody to interpret the song for me. You get it? So me, like let's say I'll do the song and then Nadia, I had to call Nadia for that, and then you know she's an actress, and I felt she could really bring life into the song.
Why? What was it about her that you could relate to the song?
She loves my music too. But then I think I've seen 2 or 3 videos that she did with my songs. Yes, I think you've seen it too. And I'm like, sister, then I reached out to, I think, one of her sisters, Samira, and then Samira introduced me to Nadia, and I was like, you know what? I have a song. It talks about, like, it's basically about or try to get it out, or in life, things that you go through that you need to smile again, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think I want to be in the video. I want your sister to really interpret it for me. And that's where one thing led to the other, and then so that's creativity.
But in the music scene or on the music scene, when my friend is saying, what's the technical name for something like this?
As in the song itself?
Someone else interpreting your song. Because I know some of you, I don't know the name. Okay. I was actually going to actually look into it, if there's like a special name for someone who writes a song and another person interprets it, like the actor in it.
Personally, I don't even know. It just came in mind, and I was like, you know what?
I want to do.
I think Nadia would be the best person to interpret the song for me.
Reception, how has it been?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good, and anywhere I am or I go, I just want to take the opportunity to say a very big thank you to Nadia, because I actually thought, also the way she's huge across Africa and everywhere, I thought it was going to be be blah, 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 let's do this. No. But she made it very simple, very easy for me. She's very down to earth. And I'm sure you've seen the videos on TikTok. She keeps promoting the song. Even when I've not posted, she keeps promoting. I'm like, oh, wow. And, you know,
she loves the work she's done.
Yeah.
And what you put into that song is deep, because I know my sisters and I, we smile again.
Yes, definitely.
We smile again. But all the prophetic
yes,
from here, no, we're going to that side of you. A lot of people, let me check my time before I get into this conversation. Yeah, we still have like 2 minutes to do that. A lot of people also found you, a lot of gospel songs, found you in church.
Church,
What's up with that? Have you always been a Jesus baby?
I'm a church boy, yes.
Yay!
And anywhere I go, I'm happy to say that because at the end of the day, be an to my baby without God. And I've been the instrumentalist for my church for close to like 22, 23 years. Yeah, you get my point. Before I came out as an artist, it was my pastor who prophesied about it. Wow. Me as an artist, he prays for me anywhere I go. He makes sure, say, like he's there even with my concerts. I don't know if you've seen him. He comes to sit till I'm done before he leaves and stuff. So basically, I know I have that part. And that gift of mine, which is the gospel, I don't want that part of me to also die and stuff. So that's how come I ended up writing songs for ASP Kofi Sapon. I don't know. And now, once in a while, I always want to say thank you to God. Yeah, that's how come.
What is next for Akwaboah? This project, why are we getting this project, first of all? This is the newest one, or anything else you want to share with us?
So this one is actually out now. It's everywhere on every platform, from the Boom Plays to the Apple Music to the Spotify's. You get the song out there. And then this video is on YouTube too, so you can get it. And then what's next for Akwaboah is I'm working on an album. Okay. You know, I always want to release an album every 2 years. Ooh. So now I'm working on the album. But I think this year I'll do 2 or 3 songs more. And then we move to the album, God willing, next year.
Beautiful. We're also having your concert this year, isn't it?
It's next year.
February.
Yes.
Are you going to do anything in December for us?
Me and the team were talking. Because that time I'm more. So we're still talking as to whether we pick a date in December and then see if you can do something. Yeah. So we're talking about that.
Oh my goodness, this has been a great conversation. Jay, anything else you want to ask?
I was just curious because growing up, I tried. God knows I tried. I tried to play the organ. It didn't work.
Oh, okay.
It just didn't work. So I just want to find out from him, like, how did he get into it? Was he forced to do it? There are certain people who are forced to play, whether you like it or not. And I was one of them, and I was like, this is not working. Okay. I think probably if I had gone with the guitar, it would have worked better.
But he wanted you to play.
Because of the forcedness, it just made me like, you know what, I'm not going to do it even. I rebelled against it. So I just want to find out from you, I mean, was it easy to do so? Were you forced? Okay. How did you get into that?
Well, I wasn't forced to play. I had the opportunity. When I went back to Kumasi, you know, I was with my dad here in Accra. Then I went to Kumasi to go and visit Mom for a while. Okay. And my mom's church, there was this keyboard out there with some illustrations on a card, a very big card, like as to how to learn the keys and stuff.
Oh, wow.
No, my mom there, she keyboard, and nobody was learning how to play.
Oh, wow.
So I took the opportunity to learn how to play. I started singing with a choir, our restoration choir, out there. So whilst I was learning how to play, I was still singing. And then
so you learned it by yourself?
By myself. That's how I started.
Yeah, there's some people, when you see them, you know that this thing is what we're created for it. Yeah. It's one of them.
And I actually wanted to play because I was always seeing Daddy play.
Okay.
And somehow I felt, Charlie, So I learned, and then from there, I joined a band in Kumasi. That's Israelite.
How long did it take you to you know, get to know how to play? Like
with the keyboard, you never finish, or you know, like it's
always learning.
Yeah, you can't end because there are new things to learn almost every time. But to be better, I mean, it took me, let's say, 4 or 5 years.
Wow. Yeah. Yes, not even months.
No.
Wow.
So one thing with the keyboard or those instruments, idea
okay.
Yeah, because your life activities, responsibilities and stuff, so you can't sit down to practice. Yeah, it needs discipline. So when you're growing, you grow with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you ask anybody who's tried learning the keyboard. Yeah, when you party is going to be.
No.
But when you're young, you can start with it, and then
Akwaboah, this has been a great conversation. How do we connect with you? For those who are falling in love with you this morning and want to chase you on all the social media platforms, please, how do we connect with you?
So on all the platforms, it's Akwaboah Music. On Instagram, Akwaboah Music. Facebook, Akwaboah Music. Okay, I think Snap is Akwaboah1. Okay. And then TikTok is Glaston Akwaboah, and that's it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And so February, we're going back to the concert, yes. But this February, may I won't come alone.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
And then when I come, I'll be shouting, I will smile again. This time now, let everybody see me. I'm drama.
When I was smiling again. I get it.
Yes, this has been really, really great. And to you, Arthur, thank you always so much for being a part of this show. Akwaboah, thank you for greeting our set. Connect with us on all social media platforms. MX24GH on all social media platforms. My name is Miriam Uduak Mensa. See you again tomorrow.
All right, my name is Kojodak.